Next up, we actually have Queenie van der Zandt with Choose Your Own Adventure, produced by Hay Dowling and Amazon Woman Enterprises. We do have Queenie joining us today, along with John Glenn. No spoilers, but this is a really cool presentation. My first tip before we launch into it, have your phone out. So take a moment now, find the phone. Trust me, you're going to want to do it. I'm going to hand over to the wonderful Queenie. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Catherine. Womanjenka, everybody, welcome to Choose Your Own Adventure. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge and honour the traditional custodians of Naarm and Ghana, where we're coming from today. And as Catherine said, this is a different kind of pitch. This pitch is interactive. So grab your phone if you haven't already and open your camera and point your camera at this QR code. You can do this if you're online or in the theatre itself, either or. Click on that link, or if you're old school, go to www.slido.com and type into the text field that comes up 3299451. Now, this picture of the QR code and that number is going to be up on the screen in a moment anyway. If you're having a bit of trouble right now with getting your phone and getting organised, don't get anxious. And if you're finding it difficult to do this, I highly suggest just looking around and finding a younger person near you, and they'll be able to do it in a jiffy. That's what I always do. It works a treat. Okay, so if you're in there, you are now ready to create your own pitch. So let's get started. What would you like to hear about first? Would you like to hear about me? Thank you very much for asking. I'd be happy to talk about myself, or the show. Happy to chat about that because it's basically about me as well. Or neither. You don't need to hear my pitch because you already want to book the show. And if you tick that, obviously you're going to be my favourite person. So any of those three options, make your choice, enter it now. And a good game's a fast game. So let's see what you've chosen. The show. Oh, look, that's the show with a definite winner there. 84 people definitely want to hear about the show. They've got the highest thing. Oh, yeah, a couple more for the show. Definitely a winner. Fantastic. I'm happy, as I said, whatever choice you make, I think that's a wonderful one. And I'm obviously going to say that no matter what you choose, because I want you to feel good about yourself and your choices today. So my new show is called Choose Your Own Adventure. It's an interactive theatre experience where the audience decides how the show unfolds. So you've just experienced how easy it is. And although the show changes depending on what the audience chooses in the show, what bits they choose, the structure of the show always stays the same. So there's always like an opening number, the Slido setup, then songs, games, etc. And that always remains the same. Now, this format can be expanded or reduced depending on your needs. And because of the structure, we can also create different types of adventures focusing on different themes. So the original version of the show was during lockdown. So it was my online offering during lockdown, and it focused on all of the things that I was really missing here in Melbourne, being locked down for so long, like connection, games, having some agency over my future, singing songs, sharing stories. And then what we did is we then took that show that was very popular online and we made a live version of it, and that has been touring around. And since then we've also created various other versions of the show, such as an international Women's Day adventure and a musical theatre adventure. So the reviews have been fantastic. Blue Curtains in Brisbane called it an interactive cabaret event like nothing you've likely seen before, with Canberra City News saying it was light and lively entertainment, which lots of people are wanting at the moment, delivered with my customary panache and virtuosity. Thank you very much. And now we're talking about me. My name, if you don't already know, is Queenie van der Zandt. I am the co-writer, co-producer and performer of the show Choose Your Own Adventure. I am a second-generation Dutch-Australian woman. I am here in Melbourne, in Naarm, and I have got blonde hair, glasses. I'm wearing a very bright and colourful poncho to match my bright and colourful personality. And because of my ADHD, I don't do anything for very long. So I've performed across all sorts of arts. I've been in musicals, plays, cabaret, film, television, comedy, as well as working as a writer and an arts educator. Some of you might know me from my comedy alter ego, musical therapist Jan van der Stoel, or through my multi-award winning cabaret show, Blue, the songs of Joni Mitchell. Over my career, I've been nominated for 21 theatre awards and I have won 8 times. So I'm not a slacker. I've been having a good crack at it. And someone else who's not a slacker is my co-producer, John Glenn from Hey Darling, who's now going to tell you about all the sexy stuff like logistics and touring conditions.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Queenie. John here from Hey Darling, and I'm very happy to be coming to you from the land of the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains today. We have a 40, 60 and 90-minute version of this show, depending on what you're looking for. The touring party is 2 people. They're based out of Melbourne, Naarm. They would require accommodation, per diems, travel and transfers if they're travelling beyond that area. In the venue, we need a projector and screen, very basic sound and lighting, a good Ethernet connection for the act. But for the audience, as you've seen, interacts with the show just as you did through their web browser on their phones. So if there's any issues with connectivity, it's great to be able to offer them Wi-Fi in the venue. There's no remount fee. We're ready to go at any time. The performance fee is around $4,000 to $5,000 per show. And we can do up to 5 shows for $15,000 a week. There's a 10% royalty. And if you'd like to talk, I think Queenie alluded to the fact that if you'd like to talk to us about creating a bespoke show on a theme, you know, maybe it's a queer adventure for Mardi Gras or a children's adventure for the school holidays, or create a bespoke version for a special event like an anniversary of your theatre, for example, that would incur an additional commissioning fee that we can talk about. You can talk to your peers at Tuggeranong Arts Centre, Canberra, Queensland Cabaret Festival, Brisbane. We've performed at Gasworks and Chapel Off Chapel in Melbourne, recently at the Australian Music Theatre Festival. And in fact, Queenie's heading to Darwin Festival to perform the show during APAX. Queenie and I will be there. I'll be there for the whole of APAX. Queenie will be there for the showcasing days. So we'd love to talk to you about the show. Reach out to us. My contact details are in the guide. Thanks. Back to you, Queenie.
Thanks, John. And to finish off, here's a little taste of the various manifestations thus far of Choose Your Own Adventure.
Hello, welcome to my show. I'm glad that you could come. We're gonna have a hoot, we're gonna have some fun. Tonight you are going to be in the driver's seat. For example, should I drink red wine, a lovely G&T, or neither? Because it's not professional to drink while you perform. You take the choice. It's all up to you. I mean, just quietly, I'll start with this, but I'll be drinking both. David, however, a little bit boring over there. I think we could probably do something with him. Do you want him to come back dressed as a character from the musical Cats, The Wizard of Oz, or Hair? Make your choice. No, definitely Cats. Okay, David. Welcome back, David, to the stage. And David, oh, he's done so well. And you've got your jumper to keep you warm. That's very practical. You're the key to my peace of mind, 'cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Really choked Karma totally because I was eating some Maltesers and I laughed so much I got one stuck in my throat and I was like, I'm going to die at an amateur version of Phantom of the Opera. I was like, oh my God. It's time for 30 songs in 30 bars. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a glorious feeling. I'm not throwing away my shot. Okay, let's have a look to see what everybody had up here. All she got that we were rock you. Oh, Mamma Mia. Yep, Case, you're not going to win, that's for sure, with only 3. There, Edie, just 2 for you. Okay. I don't know why you're even at the show. Yep, and Rod just won, but you know, good on you, Rod, for having a crack, you know. Someone's doing song titles. That was not what we were doing. Oh, James O'Brien, you've spent a lot of time with formatting. I looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down and I really don't know clouds at all. So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
I kind of vote that we all just need a little bit of Queenie Van de Zandt in our Zooms at least once a week.
Oh, that's a lovely thing to say.
That was gorgeous. I've never actually sat through a pitch. Well, I have. I've sat through a lot of pitches, but I've pitched online where I've just gone, that is hilarious, that is joyful, and then just that last little sequence with a little bit of a tear in my eye almost. It was just gorgeous. Thank you.
Oh no, music is very, I mean, music is just so, it's such a thing that people experience together. It is such a, it's so different when you experience it together, and it's it's evocative, isn't it? It can bring stuff up in us that you don't, I mean, who would have thought? A little bit of ABBA at the end there. Just,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're actually going to be at APAX for those first couple of days, is that right?
I am. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave early on Wednesday because I'm, I wish I could be there for the whole week, but I'm going to be at Darwin Festival, which I'm so excited about performing there. I haven't been to Darwin since I was in here in the 90s. So that's very, very exciting to go back there. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, so glad that we're going to have you while we have you in Nam.
Yeah.
So both Queenie and John will be at APAX, Queenie for the first couple of days and then John for the whole week. And you can also catch Hay Dowling pitching An Evening Without Kate Bush there as well. So a whole ton of things to talk about.
That's right.
Thank you for bringing such joy to the pitching program and a little bit of interactive, immersive and experiential. So thanks, Queenie. That was amazing.
Thanks, Catherine. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.